everybody, Mashing Monsters here, and today we are playing the Stanley Parable. So I'm going to begin the game since that's the only logical thing to do. The end is never the end, the end is never the end. I'm guessing that's going to be important.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Yeah, you go, Stanley.
Was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
What happened?
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Why?
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation.
That's
Something
strange.
was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, we're us now. Alright. Oh, wait, there's a chair right there. Don't walk into it. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Thanks, Captain
Stanley
Obvious.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, so we're going to the meeting room. Where is everyone? Maybe they just all took off on the same day? Extreme Ebola. Everyone's
When
dead.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright. Wait, what happens if you go through the other door, though? Like, I don't know. Alright, is this the meeting room?
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Tips for
Feeling
not
a wave
getting
of
fired.
disbelief,
Don't get
Stanley
fired.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an
It's
answer
so
there.
amazing, though. Oh, wait, it's gone. Where am I going? The broom closet? Door. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, this time I want to see what happens if I go downstairs. I'm just wondering. My God, it looks like Stanley's going to hell. It's all red now. Oh, there's a car
But
right
Stanley
there.
just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of
Why are the
facing his
lights
boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Is there anyone
He
in
might
here?
be fired for that.
Hello?
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe,
What?
he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All
Yeah,
of my
of
co-workers
course.
blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
What
For example,
observations?
why couldn't he see his feet when he
What?
looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Oh my
And for that
God.
matter, these rooms were starting to
This
look
is so
pretty
true.
familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be
Wait.
real. And at last,
I think
he
we're going
came
in
to the
circles. We are going in
conclusion that
circles.
had
There's
been
gonna
on
be
the
a
tip
car
of
right
his
here.
tongue. He just hadn't found the words
Oh.
for it. I'm dreaming!
I'm dreaming, that's it.
This is
Of
all
course.
a dream.
Of course it is.
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Alright, he's just
He
streaming.
thought to
Just
himself,
streaming.
I suppose I'll wake up soon.
Okay,
I'll have to go
spilled
back to my
coffee.
boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float.
Yo, I'm actually flying.
Then
This
he
is cool.
imagined himself
This is actually
soaring
so
through
cool.
space on a magical star field.
Star Wars?
And it too appeared.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
This
and
is
Stanley
fun.
marveled that he had still not woken up.
Woo!
How was he remaining so lucid?
don't
And then
know.
perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
What?
One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything
Oh
that I'm
my
doing and
god,
thinking?
that's so true.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about
This
a
is
voice
so weird.
describing me, thinking about how it's
I don't know if I
describing
like
my
this,
thoughts, he
to
thought.
be honest.
And while he thought it all very
But I
odd
do.
and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
Wait, so this is real
believing
life?
that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to
Then
take
why are we going in
responsibility for
circles?
himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Then why are we going in
Now, hearing the
circles?
voice
This
speak
is
these words was quite a shock
too
to
strange.
Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
That's so
How
true.
else
So
would the
we
voice
are
explain all
dreaming.
that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Of course.
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control. That this was
How?
a dream.
How am I gonna do that?
So he closed his eyes gently,
Alright.
and he invited himself to wake up.
Okay.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
So it was a
the
dream.
fresh air of a world outside
Alright.
this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
Alright.
I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Yes.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's
Please,
all I want.
let me push
I
the
want my
buttons. It's
apartment
all I want.
and my wife
Please.
And my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
The fuck?
My life is normal. I am normal.
I am
Everything
normal.
will be fine.
I'm Mr. Normal.
I am okay.
Alright. This is not okay. I'm done with this. No.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley.
I feel like
have a
something's
boss,
following
I have an
me.
office. I am real.
No.
Please, just
Why is
someone
it turning
tell me
red?
I'm real.
Why
I
is it
must
turning
be
red?
real. I must
Why
be.
is it
Can
turning
anyone
red?
hear my
This
voice?
is not good. This is not good. No.
And everything went black.
What? No. Am I? What? Did I go to hell or something? Wait, but what
This
did I
is the
do? I just
story
put
of a
Bush in
woman
for like.
named Mariella.
I thought we were talking about Stanley.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She
Okay.
arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular
What?
day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town
Yo.
talking and screaming to himself.
Oh,
and then
that's me.
collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Dead?
And although she would soon
not
turn
dead.
to
I'm-
go
I can't
call
be
for
dead.
ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
No, you're not.
I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that
seeing a
day.
dead body makes you
The
feel
very
better, sure.
important people
Sure.
whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
But I'm still
And then
dead.
she turned and
How am I dead? That makes no sense. Now what? The end is never the end. The end is never the end. The end is never the end. Wait. And we're back to where we started, okay. This
all
is
of his
good.
co-workers were gone.
No
What
shit,
could it mean?
bitch!
Stanley decided to go to the
Obviously.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, yeah. I missed the memo. Definitely. Oh my gosh. So, left door, that's the
Stanley
right way.
came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
That's right, because everything started going wrong when I went down the death stairways of
Yet
doom.
there was not a single person here either.
How not to get fired?
Feeling
Don't
a
get
wave
fired.
of
We already know
disbelief,
that.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's
Don't go
office,
in the blue
hoping he
room.
might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright. Note to self. Or to Stanley. Look, see, we're going to heaven. The other way was hell. Follow the light. But this looks like hell. Oh, we're back to the beginning, aren't we? Where are we? Hello?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Oh,
and so
keypad.
the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Ooh.
2845.
2, 8.
But of course,
4,
Stanley
5.
couldn't possibly. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer
okay.
luck.
Sheer luck.
Amazing. He
First
stepped
try,
into the newly
baby.
opened passageway.
Alright, passageway. What passageway? Oh boy, it's a passageway. How convenient. There we go. Oh, this doesn't look creepy at all. Okay, is this an elevator? Yeah. Okay. Going down. Loading. At least it doesn't say the end is never the end. The end is never the end.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized
Oh
he felt
joy,
a bit
we're going
peculiar.
back into
It
hell,
was a
aren't we?
stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Whoa, oh. It's power outage. But there's lights. Okay,
Stanley walked
Oh,
straight ahead through the
okay.
large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Alright, wait. Escape. You know what? I'm gonna escape. I'm out of here. Here we go.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the
Yeah.
truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What? Get me out of here! I'm going. Wait, I can't escape here fast enough. Get me out of here. What is at the end of the hallway? What is
But of
Slenderman?
course, Stanley
It's
thought
probably
better of
over
it
there.
and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Yeah, you do, Stanley. Pressing buttons is life. Definitely. Is that a skull? No, it's a light. Boop.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Of
What
course,
horrible
television
secret did this
screens.
place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength
God.
to find out?
Oh, okay. What is over here? Why are there television screens everywhere? What now? Oh, why, of course, another button.
Now the monitors jumped.
Whoa.
Their true nature revealed.
Hey, look,
Each bore the
427.
number of an employee in the building.
It's my
Stanley's
desk, everyone.
coworkers.
Wait,
The
I
lives of
lost
so
it.
many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Alright, it's confirmed. Exposed. Stanley's boss is a stalker. Alright, what is this now? Is that a good thing?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Why, of course. Definitely, that must be why.
No. He
Oh,
refused to believe
okay.
it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
Never.
unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was
Yeah.
it even possible? Had he
Nope.
truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Of course.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy
What?
or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the
Mind
cold reality
control
of his
status.
past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For
Yeah.
he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yo, this looks like a UFO. Follow the bubble. Follow the bubble. Follow. You know, that's stupid. Get me out of here. I can't get up. There we go. Right up here. Facility power. What is this? 5. Boop. Alright. What's in here? Mind control ideal. Awaiting an input. This looks like a IMAX theater. Yo, this would be so cool to watch a
And
movie
when at last
on.
he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Alright, so you press off. Oh my gosh, that was actually really loud. I wasn't really expecting that. What's now?
Blackness
Hello?
and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I don't know.
Yes. He had
Yes.
won. He had defeated the machine.
Yes.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
Oh
How
my
had
God.
he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
I don't know.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever
Yeah.
life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It
Yeah.
was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Alright, I'm out of here, bitch.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Wait, where
This
is
was
everyone
exactly
still?
the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Alright. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope you all enjoyed. If you didn't, don't forget to mash that like button down below. And if you want to see more, because there is more to this game. So many hidden choices that you can do over and over and over again. Because remember, the end is never the end. So bye, dudes. Peace.